fool the warrior gets weaker and weaker, day by day the chance become lower and lower for them to conquer the city of Jericho. Do you know that this is the first battle and the entire 2 million people could die on the shore of Jordan? They could. It's not about how strong you are. It doesn't matter how strong you are. Supply. A war is not only about military strength. It's actually about your economical strength. Even until today, it's the same. Until today, Logistic. Even until today, it's the same. The reason that U.S. we are able to dominate military-wise in the whole world because we have the strongest financial strength. Not military. Maybe military, maybe technology, but the main thing is we can deliver logistic. You know that when we were fighting, years ago before you were born, when we were fighting in Middle East, all right, the Kuwait War, United States, we deliver ice cream and Coca-Cola to our front line just because we can. Oh, no, also just because U.S. Army, they won't fight without ice cream. All right, no ice cream, no Coca-Cola, we going home. Yeah, so you know that, huh? Yeah, did you hear that? They set up a Burger King in Kuwait. If they don't do that, our military just lay flat. Yeah, but we can because we are the most wealthy country on earth. It's the financial strength. And at this time, Joshua got nothing. They have a lot of people for sure, but the thing is, those people cannot be converted into strength because most of them are women and children. Okay? So they are only what? Another mouth to feed. Those people are consuming all their reserve. So Joshua did not have much time and he knew that. Okay? So number one, Joshua was there checking the city of Jericho. He is fulfilled his duty. You know that we mentioned this in the past classes. You want God to help you. Good. You trust that God can help you. Good. But how about for yourself? What is the due diligence that you have done in order to make a difference in your life? So that I have a young brother many years ago, a young brother from NYTS who came to me and say, Pastor, Africa, I should go. And I was like, good for you, young man. Just make sure that you pick a trip with some other pastor. I don't want to go with you. I was mean. Let me tell you, I mellowed. Okay, I used to be very mean and very straightforward. I just told him that good for you, young man. But you know what? Make sure that you don't go with me because I don't want to go with you. That's mean, right? You're like, oh, pastor, you broke my heart. I was like, exactly. That's the whole purpose. Why? Because I knew the young man well. He is. The main thing is the way that he's a living style. Always stay up late. Always wake up late. You know, he's like a freestyle. I do whatever I want. Okay. Yeah. So you know that even in NYTS, we have to keep on telling him to wake up, be on time for the class. You always need to be the one that push him, tell him, oh, clean up after yourself after you eat, put back the chair. He's like, you know that, I guess, I don't know, maybe at home, he is like the king of the house. So like people take care of everything for him. All right. So he is not used to be responsible for his action. He is not used to follow the schedule and order. So and honestly speaking, he's also very physically frail. Frail means that he doesn't exercise. He doesn't carry stuff. He just, oh, this is too heavy for me. Till the big guy. Yeah, he's like, he doesn't want to even try and do the part that he could. He always just shy away, dodging pressure, avoid responsibilities. That's the reason. I was like, you know what? Your living routine is terrible. Your physical strength is weak. So if we go to Africa together, what? I need to pamper you? Also, I don't have time for you. You go to Africa like this, maybe you die over there. If not, we might need to send you home early. All right? Oh, this is too much. Oh, where's the AC? Where's the AC? In Africa, there are times that we walk for 2 to 3 hours. In Africa, there are days that we go on without food for whole day. You don't get to whining. Whining doesn't get you anywhere, because it's not that we don't want to give it to you, it's we don't have it ourselves. There was a place that I went in the countryside. We were without food for whole day until the late evening at 10. And I still remember vividly that the church tried their very best to provide, but they are extremely poor. And the problem is because it's in a very rural village that even if you have the money, there's nothing for you to buy. People are just surviving. So remember that we were like just tired and hungry. And as we were like three of us, there's another preacher from UK and then another brother. So three of us, I was in my 30s. So three full-grown adult, hungry, and I wouldn't say hopeless. When you go on without food, it's just difficult. And around 10 o'clock, one of the members showed up. An elderly lady, I cannot tell the age because of all the wrinkles from the hardship in life. She showed up and told us that she promised the church council that she would take care of our dinner. And I was like, 10 o'clock? We didn't say anything. And she was like moving very slowly. Her mobility seems to have some issue. So she was having a little plastic bag. So she opened the bag. Inside of the bag is a bowl with a little pasta and 1 egg for 3. Then I learned that's the only thing that she had in her house. She went without food. She doesn't have anything, but she volunteered to the council that she would take care of our dinner. I mean, the whole village is very poor beyond your imagination. Poor beyond your imagination. And because she lived very far, and she was something was not right with her leg, so it took her more than 2 hours holding that plastic bag with some pasta and 1 egg. That's the only egg that she had in her house. She worked more than 2 hours, like pulling her leg, working for 2 hours to deliver us dinner at 10 o'clock. You know that 3 of us, we look at each other and we're like, who is having the egg? I mean, we were starving. But of course, the food is definitely not enough. It's not enough. But we were very touched. She gave you everything. She went on a whole day without food. The food, when she left the house, the pasta was hot, the egg was boiled, was just boiled. But after some hours working at night, dragging her leg, everything was very cold. But when we got that, when we received the meal, we were burning inside. And we were like, this is the reason that we are here. What are you going there for? See the elephant? Ooh, giraffe. No, you don't get to see the giraffe. I've been there 5 times. I never seen the giraffe. Okay? I asked the local member, do you have animal here? They say, yeah, just point to the dog and the chicken outside. I was like, no. Something a little bit bigger. Well, then they pointed to the goat. I was like, no, even bigger. Bigger. I was like, lions. Yeah. Giraffe. Zebra. And they were, yeah. In the zoo. I was like, we have that in the zoo. Yeah. So in Africa, do not, it's not there. They are not in the wild unless you go to safari. There was only once that when I was from Kenya to Tanzania, that as we were driving through the wilderness, I saw a pack of zebra, wild zebra. It was amazing. The creation of God is just amazing. I saw a whole pack of wild zebra that was roaming through on the grass, like on the field. The thing is, I was excited, and I realized that the whole bus, the Africans were also very exciting because never seen it. Right? Even for them, that was very rare. So yeah. You know that after we eat, that took like 2 minutes. All right, so we split the egg and we split the pasta. So 1 bite for each. And the sister was waiting because she need her bowl. That's like that. Well, she needs it. She needs it. So we packed everything for her, and she was about to drag her feet and take another 2 hours walk home. Now, I told the other UK preacher, it cannot be done like this. I was like, nope, I'm not going to let her walk on her own for 2 hours in the dark. That find her way without a light. For the elderly sister dragging her feet for 2 hours, I was like, I would never allow that to happen. So we found her a taxi, a motor taxi, and we pay for it. I mean, like, what we pay is way more than the eggs but that's the smallest portion I ever ate for a meal, but the warmest portion I ever had in my life. That's why you go to Africa for. It's not the miracle, it's not the sign. You want to see this, you want to see that. You are there to see that. Out of love, they will do anything for you. And for you, what are you going to give it to them? Okay, so you know what, Joshua fulfilled his duty. He was facing a mission impossible, but he was ready to do whatever he can because that's his duty. So if you want to go to Africa, brothers and sisters, number 1, equip yourself with the words of God. Number 2, make sure that you are physically ready. Number 3, stop grumbling and complain. That doesn't work well in Africa. You don't go to Africa and say, I want air condition. I need to have high-speed internet. At least don't come with me. I have very little patience and tolerance. I get angry and mean very easily. I'm not a good companion. I am not. Okay. No, I'm very serious about it. You know that you all know how Apostle Paul told Mark, young man Mark, don't come with me. So Mark went with Timothy, and Paul went with Stila. Barnabas, yeah. He went with Barnabas, and then Paul took Silas. I never feel Apostle Paul was wrong. People like to discuss, oh, Paul was wrong because later Mark became the author of Book of Mark. He became a good co-worker. No, I never. It's not about right and wrong. It's about different purpose. Apostle Paul, his aim was not cultivation the next generation. Here, the purpose of this is cultivation for you, for this generation. Out. When you go to Africa, that's not a cultivation. That's called the front line. You are there to war, not to be pampered. So for Apostle Paul, the church spent the money. We are putting the effort. I don't have time to cater to your need. Oh, you need AC. I'm so sorry. Is it too hard for you? Let me faint you. Oh, you faint on the floor. And Apostle Paul just get up, perform a miracle. Oh, you dead. No worry. Pull you up. Continue, young man. That's what he wants. He doesn't have time to play game with you. He knew the mission. He know the value of the soul. He knew the purpose of his missionary trip is not for you to enjoy the trip. It's for them to receive the salvation. So I never feel that the rejection of Paul. Nowadays, of course, if you do that, they will say that, oh, Paul, you are so inconsiderate. You should show more understanding, sympathy for the youth. Allow them to grow. Paul will just tell you to shut up and back off. Because God's work is before your feeling. Nowadays, we care so much about feeling. Oh, are you hurting me? Are you hurting me? Let me tell you that in the front line, it doesn't work like this in the real world. In the real world. For those of you who are working outside, then you would know. Okay? When you are in school, when you are at home, when you are in the protected environment, your feeling means a lot. Oh, I don't like it. You are not making me feel I'm uncomfortable. This is a little bit too much for me. You know that when you are in the protected environment, yeah, your feeling means a lot. But if some of you are working outside already, you know what the real world is like. Then you should tell your peer, no, that's not how the real world runs. You make the cut or you don't make it. Okay? So I'm not trying to scare you or deter you. I'm saying to you, if you want to go to the front line, you need to build yourself ready. Your responsibility. You need to make sure that you are able to eat whatever they provide. Okay? Because you don't get to choose. You can choose to go without food for a while. You can, that there was once I choose not to because there was something that I just couldn't swallow it. Yeah. There's something that their local delicacy, it just really knocked me out. Yeah. So there was one thing that, and I went on without it. I eat something else, or that you just that's how it is. How it is. But you don't really get to, but I want this, I want that, I want it. You don't get to choose and pick. You just tough it out. All right. So make sure that you build yourself. I don't eat spicy food in Ghana. Please mentally be prepared. Everything is spicy. Everything is spicy. I swallow that. And then I don't know who told them. Someone learned that I don't really eat spicy food. That the next meal that they serve me is with condensed milk. Same food, the same thing, the same food. Instead of spice, they pour condensed milk on it. That's my lunch. I was like, oh, okay, you ate it, and you get diabetes. All right, enough. We need to knock down the wall of Jericho. Okay, so number one, he fulfilled his duty. Number two, he asked a very important question. Who are you? here for? This is a very important question, but this is a very bad question. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. So the answer is the angel or the commander of the Lord's army say, no. You have to remember this. We love to ask this question. We love to ask, whose side are you with? Right? Are you on my side? Are you not on my side? Then you are my enemy. In the church, when we work, we love to see that, hey, you are my buddy. You need to stand with me. All right? Let's go against the counselor. Let's go against the coordinator. Let's go against the pastor. Let's go against the church. We are buddies. We are in this revolution together. Who are you for? Who are you here for? Joshua, the first question is, if you are not on my side, you are my enemy. Yeah? Some people are like that. When they bring up an idea, when they give a proposal, if you vote no, then you become my enemy. If you did not agree with me, if you do not agree with me, you are no longer my friend. They take everything very personal. The church matter, the servitudes, everything. They take it so personal. Hey, you know what? You are my friend, so you need to vote for me to be the RE coordinator. You need to vote for me to be the church council. If not, you are against me. Be careful of your mentality. That's how we are. That's how human beings, that's how we are. Are you for us or you are for our enemy? Okay? And the Lord or the commander of the Lord's army said, no, that's a wrong question. I'm not here to stand on your side. I'm not standing here to stand on your enemy's side. I am here to be the authority. The Lord is the authority. He is not your minion. Is that what you called it? You know, the little yellow guy? Is that called minion? But I heard that the word minion is not the yellow little guy. It's the you know, for the game. It's the guy that he always do things for you. They are the minion. Is it correct? Yeah. You know that I think that movie really ruined the dark world. When they have like two families, two gangs, and you come up and say, these are my minions. You know, you can't help. At first, you were about to draw the gun and start a fight. And you're like, did you see how many minions I got? I will be on the floor. I'm sorry, okay? You have all the minions, okay? That's so bad. I think that really ruined the whole this kind of, you know, dark world. We are the mafia. See how many minions I got with me? And they were that was so bad. I was so bad. I think that movie really ruined many people's career. Yeah. I vow to be a minion. Yeah. That was so bad. Yeah. But anyway, you have to remember, the Lord is not there to serve you. To serve you. The Lord is not your servant. He is not the genie in the lamp. He is not there to, oh, I'm on your side. Are you happy? No. He is what? The commander. The commander. If you are willing to surrender, then you are able to knock down the wall of Jericho. Okay? So be very careful, because nowadays we love to have God do what we want as our servant. I'm not sure if this is true or not. I read it from one of the booklet. They say that during the Civil War, the U.S. Civil War between the North and South, the South is winning, the North is retrieving. And in one of the critical battle, as the North was like losing ground, losing the war. In one of the battle, a general asked President Lincoln that one of the general, out of nervousness, out of worry, and the general asked the president and said that, President Lincoln, do you think that God is on our side? And Abraham Lincoln did not answer right away. He thought about it. He paused a little bit. I mean, he is the honest what did you call that? He was honest Abraham. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, right? Yeah. So he said, I don't know. I mean, if I were the general, I'll freak out. Yeah. He was like, I don't know. But he said, I don't know if God is on our side. I only need to make sure that I am on God's side. Think about your mentality in servitude. Think about the way that you treat God. Are you like Joshua said, hey, are you here for us? No, the Lord said, no, I am here to lead you and guide you in this warfare. Immediately, the most important thing is immediately that Joshua bowed. He bowed down. You have to remember, Joshua was a fierce warrior, well-trained fighter with very high status, the commander of Israel, the appointed leader of the people of God. He was the highest ranking God select highest ranking officers in the huge 2 million people group. He was on the top. He doesn't answer to anyone. But at this time, when he heard, I am the commander of the Lord's army, he was able to bow down immediately and say, my Lord, what do you have to say to your servant? This is amazing. When you are in a position of nobody, it is very easy to bow down and admit you need help. Okay? Just like a little kid. Daddy help, daddy help, daddy help. Okay, so that's for young people. That is easy to admit you need help. It's very easy to admit that you don't know. You really don't have the answer. Okay? So it's very easy for young people to say, I don't know the answer. It's much more difficult for a full-grown adult success in society, very, very highly respect a Harvard professor, for them to admit that, oh, I don't know the answer. It's very difficult. It's more and more difficult to admit that you are limited as you are more advanced, highly respect. Then it becomes very difficult for you to bend your back and admit that you do not know. There was a human survey. Human society observation test. They found they are on the street randomly, ask people for directions. The result of the survey, the outcome of the survey is, do not ask men for direction, because they will totally lie to you if they don't know. They will never admit that they don't know. Because they were doing the survey, they asked girls, they asked men, and then most of the girls, if they ask a very not so easy. It's an iconic place in the city. Is somewhere very well known, but not easy to get to. So quite often you will find the female. They say, "Oh, I'm not very sure. Oh, I don't really know. Oh, I think it's that direction." But you need to double check. Female, they give you something more, moderate or adequate. Most of the men, if they don't know, they just tell you, it's over there. You just keep on going down. 3 blocks, you turn left, and then you see the red light, you turn right. Well, while they have no idea where that place is. Yeah, they actually confront one of the guy who gave a very, very specific direction. Very specific. The only thing is the building were actually in the opposite direction. He told you that how many streets, how many lights. And then the one that was like doing the hidden camera came out and say, "Hey, sir, that building is right over there, so you have no idea where it is, right?" And he was like, "Huh?" And it's like, "Then why did you give the direction?" And he just laughed and said, "Well," and then he just walked away. Because we, the man, we don't admit that we don't know. Yeah. Thank God for Google Map. I'm very bad with direction. I'm terrible with direction. I think that, I really thank God. When I get into the ministry, I thank God for Google Map. You have no idea in the old days how many times my father and we got lost in the forest in New Jersey because our member live in the middle of nowhere. Big house, no neighbor, only trees. You know that in New Jersey, how many times my father and I would be like outside, use a flashlight, looking at those old day like big map, like flipping through. It's like, wait, where are we right now? Yeah. I thank God for GPS. Thank God for Google Map. Yeah. So you know what? It's not easy to admit your limitation. But Joshua, the highest ranking, well respected man with power, he has no problem in the presence of the Lord's, the commander of the Lord's army. He has no problem bow down and submit. That's what make him great. It's not his war. It's not his warrior experience. It's not his the military strategic ability. The only thing that make him great is that he was able to bow down to the Lord. Just like David. You found that David, he always inquired of the Lord, inquired of the Lord, inquired of the Lord. He inquired of the Lord when he was a shepherd boy. He inquired of the Lord when he was serving in the military. He inquired of the Lord when he was the king of Israel. He still inquired of the Lord. Right? Something never changed about David, that he always bowed down to the Lord. On the contrary, Saul was different. When Saul, before he became the king, he was very humble. But when he became the king, he became a different person. Position. He was like, we are royalty. All right? So be very careful. In here, this is what made him great when he was able to bow down. And he said that, what is your instruction? In here, the Lord gave him the first instruction. The instruction of servitude, everything began with, be holy. Take off your sandal, for the ground that you stand is holy. Same thing was given to Moses in the presence of the burning bush. There are two things that you need to realize. Number one, you need to be holy. Sanctification, purification. Be holy, for I am holy. That's what the Lord said. So number one is, you need to be holy so that you can serve. That's only one of it. Second, knowing the ground is holy. What does that mean? It means that you are fully aware what you are doing is the holy work. It's not the work of the world. The one that you are serving is the Almighty God, not anyone else on earth. You are not serving for the sake of the people, councils or whoever. You are not serving for your own ego, serving for a show off for the world to know how good you are. You are not serving yourself. You are not serving for the sake of others. You are serving for the ground is holy. This is holy work. I always like to remind the members, not all the work done in the church is holy work. Very often we think, what is holy work? If I do it in the church, it's holy work. You are wrong. If you have the chance, you can read Ezekiel chapter 44. It says that the Lord said to some of the Levites, you can serve in the temple, but don't draw near to me. You cannot draw near to me. You are able to do the administrative work, but you are not allowed to get close to the Lord. None handle any holy vessel. You think that all the work that you do in the church is holy work? You are wrong. You are wrong. 圣功不等于事工不等于圣功。The work in the church is not necessarily equal to holy work. Holy work is when you do the work with the right mentality. What mentality? Holy to the Lord. Holy to the Lord. So, because the work is holy to the Lord, so you will have fear. You will try your very best. You will cautiously remove your ego and you will keep yourself holy to Him. That's what they mean by holy to the Lord. Without that kind of recognition, you are only doing administrative work in the church. It's not holy work. It's not holy work. When you are serving out of the wrong intention, let me give you an example. There was a church that I went to, the first time ever in my life on Sabbath, that I was the sister was playing the piano to the point I have no idea where I am. I was looking at the hymn book. I was checking on the person next to me. I was looking at the projector. I was like, something is not right because I have no idea. Everything aligns. Right number, right page, wrong piano. I mean, the sister, I believe, I don't know anything about music or piano. So I believe that she is the perfectionist. Like you have like 8 arms playing at the same time. All right. But the problem is she plays so good to the point I have no idea which hymn that we are singing. Nobody can sing. Everybody just stand there waiting for her audition to finish. For me, that's not holy work because it was never holy to the Lord. Your job is to guide the member, to immerse them in the music that praise to the Lord. It's not your personal show or audition. Okay? We don't need TJC Got Talent. Okay? We don't need that. All right? So be very careful. Are you serving for your own agenda? Or are you serving for the higher and greater purpose? Holy to the Lord means it's not about me. It's all about you. I might not be the best, but I offer you all I got. So when you give the Lord your heart, then the Lord will hold you and call you precious. That's how it works. Okay? So Joshua, the Lord told him, this ground is holy. What you are doing is holy. It's not just any battle. You are fighting for the people of God. You are fighting for the glory of God. This is holy, so you need to be holy. The Lord never provide method. Nowadays, we love method. We love method. Every time we kneel down and pray, we ask for method, solution. We like to ask how. Like what Joshua said, what do I do? This is a big city. He's asking for how. God never answer. The answer from God is never begin with how. It's not about the method. It's about the person. So if you want your life to be great, different, using by the Lord, it's not about the ways to do it. It's always about who are you in the eyes of the Lord. Let's all kneel down and pray.